Yo, what's up my people? Fourth Prince here with a gameplay and commentary on Gears of War Judgment. Team Deathmatch on Library. I think I go 12 and 4, which is okay. A little bit sloppy at the very start and even more sloppy at the very end by me. Didn't handle my 1v1s very well. But in between there's a pretty good rampage. So yo man, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. What I wanted to chat today about, again, I'll probably make this my I'm Jealous of Halo 4 Part 2. Because I am jealous of Halo 4. Obviously, a lot of you guys in the community of Gears of War know that they just finished their global championships, and for the ones that don't know, that was a free-fall tournament, which was a prize pool of 500,000, and the winner got 200,000 of that $500,000. So yeah, $200,000 on a free-fall tournament, which was absolutely amazing to watch and just absolutely just brilliant to watch. And it kind of made me really jealous, just because we haven't got any tournaments anymore, or it seems, in Gears of War. Obviously Hype Festation was supposed to happen last month, but that was cancelled earlier in the year, and that was just like gutting for me, and I kind of feel at this time I'm really missing it. The main reason I'm missing it is because I feel, to watch competitively, there is not a game in the world that comes close to watching Gears of War as an esports, on that esports stage. There's nothing close to watching Gears of War. Gears of War, as far as I'm concerned, especially Gears of War 3, because we've watched that. I can't say I'm sure about Judgment, but I also know in my heart watching a competitive game of Gears of War Judgment would be just absolutely amazing. I just feel that that would be just an absolutely amazing experience. But obviously I don't think on that tournament stage, at least, that's ever going to be seen. I don't think we're, obviously Hype Station is kind of gone, and that was our big thing in Gears of War. That was our huge tournament, the biggest tournament we had, and certainly the best esports tournament I've ever seen was Hype Station 2. I don't think there'll ever be anything that comes close to that, but I do hope something does one day, especially for Gears of War. But obviously we haven't got that anymore. I don't think we've got the competitive players, just because there's nothing happening in the game, so it's not advantageous for people who are in the competitive community to come and play the game in that way. Obviously we're always also struggling hard on YouTube in Gears of War. A lot of the big Gears of War commentators aren't really uploading anymore. If that's because they don't enjoy the game, or they're not finding the enthusiasm in this game, meaning to Gears of War Judgment, then you know, I can kind of understand that, but I'm not going to say that I'm not missing their content, being a bit of a fanboy, as you guys know I am. You know, I don't want to come out and try and be a big head and say I'm good at Gears of War as a player, because I'm certainly not. But I'm a big fan of the game, and I'm going to be sticking by it, even though we have the other problem in our community, that the community is split in the middle. Our own community, Gears of War, is split with, you've got the Judgment and you've got the Gears of War 3 people who like Gears of War 3 and like watching Gears of War 3, which is cool as well. I still love Gears of War 3. I'm not going to sit here and say it's probably, because it is probably the greatest game I've ever played, but I am playing Judgment at the moment. I kind of feel I'm going to be sticking with that. I might bring some live comms on my channel, just here and there, on Gears of War 3, just because every time I have played Gears of War 3 since Judgment come out, I felt like a complete noob, which I kind of think makes it fun anyway. And it's not as if when I was good at Gears of War 3 I was ever good at Gears of War 3, so I don't think it matters, and I hope you guys don't matter about that. So I might do some live comms on Gears of War 3. But back to the subject, or the topic. Obviously 343 have really put lots of backing still into Halo 4, because I feel that Halo had lots of problems, which our community had, which Gears of War had as well, not on such a severe scale, but Halo 4, a lot of people when that game came out didn't like the game. They didn't like the changes in the game. They didn't like a lot of the new stuff in the game. The game released with not enough maps. A lot of people said there was just not enough maps on there when the game was on release. I think there was only 6-7 maps, something like that. Don't quote me though. But so a lot of similar problems, and plus it's an Xbox exclusive, so they are, I kind of feel that the Halo community has always been Gears of War's sister community. you know, because it's an Xbox exclusive, and I feel we've always been kind of close together in community wise, in some ways anyway. You know, a lot of Gears heads have always been Halo heads too, so I kind of feel that, and just to see Halo strive and get further and get the full backing and support from their game company 343, it's just made me go like, I mean, they're still releasing DLC on top of their season pass as well, or they're not still releasing it, but they released one a month ago, which was the Pit with Ricochet on there, I believe, and that was on top of season pass. So if you bought season pass, you would still have to buy this on top, which I know when you're a gaming fan, if you're a fan of a game, you will just keep DLC. It's nothing, you know. It's an easy thing for a company, I feel, to do, to say there's some DLC, because you're not got to pack a box, you've not got to put an instruction manual, you've not got to ship it to a game store somewhere in Atlanta or wherever it's going to go. It's just someone downloading some digital stuff, which it's lots of pretty pictures and some really cool maps, hopefully, and that's it. I kind of think that's easy to do. It should be easy to do, and I know 343 have really showed that. They're also a part of Microsoft Studios, I believe. Don't quote me, but I know Epic are part of Microsoft Studios, and I kind of feel that maps need to be dropped into this game. I know there's going to be loads of people, probably even the people at Epic, saying, oh, it's too late now, we no one's bothered. But I kind of feel there's maps from Gears of War 3 that can be dropped in right now, today, without much work. Certainly Old Town does not need any work. Obviously, the work that needs to be done different from Judgment to Gears of War 3 or vice versa is the fact on Gears of War Judgment you have verticality. Obviously, Old Town, excuse me, on Gears of War 3 wouldn't have that problem. There's no verticality there, none at all. And also maybe Slab. I think Slab could work. It might need a little bit of work up where incendiary grenades are to let you jump off there. Cove, the only bit of work that might need to be done is the windows where torque bow and sniper spawn. But I don't think you can get out of them windows anyway, because there's loads of rubbish in the way and maybe a dip. So I think Cove could be dropped in quite easy. I think there's other maps as well which wouldn't take much work. Maybe Trenches. Obviously the only bit there is where Mortar is, and the two little stairwells that go up at spawns. So you can't jump off there, but you can put a fence around that. You can put a fence where Mortar is or whatever. Put some bars up, whatever. I don't know. But maps need to be dropped. Obviously, I don't know what the competitive scene is like in Gears of War Judgment. Like I've said, I've never been a competitive player. I've never played a competitive match in my life. But I love watching competitive. I kind of feel at the moment it's like someone saying to a football player, yo, there's no Premier League this year. Guys, we're going to leave Premier League. We're not doing it anymore. Man, people will be in uproar and crazed. But obviously, in the moment, I don't know if anyone's fussed. We've got no hype now. I just haven't got anything, you know. It's all kind of gone. Gears of War's gone. I know, obviously 343 have got Halo 5 coming out, so they need to keep hype and stuff going. But we don't even know if we've got another game coming out for Gears of War 3. Gears of War 3, Gears of War Judgment, another Gears of War game, Gears of War 4. Is that going to happen? Is it not going to happen? And is there going to be the hype behind it? Anyway, peeps, I'm just sad. I don't know what the point of this commentary was, just to say, jealous, man. Jealousy is a bad thing to have. Anyway, people, much love and peace.